Oh my God, I get to put the mic up. Good evening, everybody, and thank you, thank you. My gosh, what an incredible room full of people. Very, very fitting that on the night that we launched the inaugural Madeleine K. Albright Awards, Democracy Awards, we're here. Um, Thank you to NDI for, oh my gosh, I think Madeleine Albright's impact on us in Rappler really began in 2017. So let me backtrack. I used to chase her all the time in 1997 when she was in the ASEAN summit. And every time she came to Southeast Asia, I was the reporter sent to chase her. And so she got very good running away from me. But it wasn't until bad things happened in our part of the world, and it was actually, I thought I would go to jail, my company shut down, when Madeleine and NDI stood up. And that's the first step. So in 2017, when we were starting to deal with the impact of disinformation, I thought we were kind of crazy because no one was really looking at it until NDI pulled it out. And then Madeleine Albright, in the midst of every single thing we went through, she was always among the first to stand up. And I think that's the key thing. So only much later did I really realize the wisdom of her day-to-day, her help for those under attack, her understanding and support of women leaders. So as she continues all of those other things that you do as a government official, as somebody heading NDI, she also went through. And I guess this is where we go to the Madeleine K. Albright Democracy Awards. And let me launch into the first one. Zuzana Chaputova first came to public prominence as a public interest lawyer fighting a waste dump that threatened to poison her community, galvanizing local artists, students, business people, church leaders, many more. She spent years fighting the system and ultimately got the facility shut down. Her success set a precedent for environmental activism and civic participation in post-communist Slovakia. In December 2017, she joined the political party Progressive Slovakia. She became its deputy leader in January 2018. But it was the murder of a young journalist, Jan Kuciak. We remember him. And his fiancée, Martina Kushnirova, in February 2018, and the mass protest movement that followed that drove her to become a candidate for president. In 2019, she was elected as the first woman and the youngest ever president of Slovakia. Chaputova dedicated herself to fighting corruption, promoting equal dignity and rights for all people in Slovakia, including women and girls, the LGBTQ and Roma communities, and aligning Slovakia with democratic Europe. Speaking to the European Parliament earlier this year, President Chaputova declared the defense and protection of democracy the core mission of our generation of political leaders and called for international solidarity to achieve this goal. True to her word, Slovakia, a state of 5.5 million people, welcomed 100,000 Ukrainian refugees into its territory despite the country's domestic challenges. Close to 1 million have crossed its borders. So, for her steadfast commitment to preserving the promise of democracy in Slovakia, Europe, and around the world, NDI is honored to bestow the 2022 Madeleine K. Albright Democracy Award on President Zuzana Chaputova. We're sorry that President Chaputova couldn't travel here this week to accept the award in person, but we're grateful she sent a video this evening with her remarks accepting the award.